Hello and welcome. US star Carl Weathers' career has gone from big screen heavyweight boxer in Rocky to alien fighter and, most recently, co-star of the hit streaming series The Mandalorian. The one-time Oakland Raiders football star parlayed his sporting career into a successful acting career that has spanned more than 4 decades. Carl's many roles have included the co-lead in the TV series In the Heat of the Night opposite Carroll O'Connor, the movie Action Jackson, and playing opposite Adam Sandler in the comedy hit Happy Gilmore. But while Carl has never been afraid of taking on physically tough roles, his 1987 sci-fi jungle thriller Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Bill Duke, and pro wrestler turned politician Jesse Ventura brought a whole new set of challenges. Shortly after the film was released back in 1987, I sat down with Carl in New York and asked how he coped with the conditions shooting Predator in the steamy Mexican jungles.
But it was very, very remote and very dismal, and thank God for so-called civilization.
Have you been in that kind of jungle setting before?
No, probably back a millennium ago. Somebody back there was who was related to me, but not recently, no. It was probably, I was a gleam in the cosmos at the time. But Carl personally has never been there. I mean, the closest to the jungles I've ever been in the streets of New Orleans, that was pretty rough when I was growing up, but there were strange sounds there, too, if you know what I mean. But nothing like this. This was 12, 13 hours a day, 14 hours a day, standing. The funny thing you learn is, as an actor, and coming from the background I came from sports, you think it's tough until you're standing on a hillside, which jungles are, nothing but hillsides. It's never flat like it's supposed to be, like a sound stage. You're standing there with all this equipment in tremendous heat, tremendous insects, and tremendous dust. You learn the jungle is a very dusty place. It's lush and green because of the rain when it falls. But between the rain, everything dries out like that, and there's just dust and pollen all over the place. So if you're a person who has allergies or something like that, not only are you driven crazy from all that stuff, but you're just constantly ingesting this tremendous amounts of dust. And standing on hillsides, as I was saying, it is really not... It's not dope. If you're a mountain goat, it's okay. But for human beings, it's really physically draining.
Do you have allergies?
Well, I scratch a lot, and I don't know what that means. Either that or hives or bugs. Yes, I do.
Was the heat a real problem?
It was very hot. It was at times almost unbearable. And because the picture was so physical, there was so much movement. And as you can see, we were constantly on the move. There really wasn't a lot of kind of sit and talk, It really took it out of you. It really, plus, the fact, is that because it was what we had a joke going around where Bill Duke, so he created this song saying, "It's a manly man." We were calling it a manly film, A few accents like, "Yes, it's a manly film, but I like it too." those kind of things. So being out there, aside from it being tremendously warm, and all of us macho egos trying to keep up with each other and compete with each other, working out in the morning and working out in the evening because I wanted my arms to be as big as Arnold's arms.
Did they turn out to be?
Well, take a few. No, not quite. It's a little difficult to match a man who's been Mr. Olympia, Mr. Universe, and Mr. Mars, and Mr. Pluto, and Mr. Jupiter, and every place else in the cosmos. But I gave it a good try. It made it a lot of fun, though, because without that, it could be very boring just standing in the jungle 14 hours a day.
What kind of equipment did you have out there to work out? Did you bring a portable Nautilus thing there?
Nothing as simple as that. What we had, seriously, was most guys, myself included, go to the gym. Arnold brings the gym with him. So we had a full gym. It would be like going to Gold's Gym, going to World Gym. You had every piece of equipment that you could possibly, even things for your eyelids. If you wanted to lift weights, no, I'm taking it. He looked at me like, "Are you kidding me? He's really weird, isn't he?"
Yeah, right.
No, he had everything, and it made it great because aside from we were staying in a wonderful hotel which was up on a hill, and 3.5 miles down was this town. So run down the hill to the town, get real sweaty, and turn around and run back up in the evening and work out in the morning. So needless to say, we were all a bit tired, but we remained healthy, I think, because we trained so hard.
You trained in the town, or you trained at the hotel?
No, at the hotel. We had a
run.
room very much like this down there, which became a gym, which was set up.
How long were you there?
We were there for 2.5 months. And it was the longest 2.5 months of my life. Not quite. I've had long. I take that back and retract that one. I've been on films where it's felt like it was forever. This
Force 10 from never.
Forever. See, I keep harping back to that. That was not my fondest memory in filmmaking. 5 months of that was like it's like a lifetime.
Was it just the length that you were there that was so frustrating?
No. It was a combination of the length and some of the people I was involved with. This film, on the other hand, was in its own way like a breath of fresh air because, first of all, we had a lot of guys who were fun. I mean, the guys really had a tremendous kind of camaraderie in making this film. And we went down and for each of the guys, it started out with us going down there and actually getting in the jungle and going through training sessions. And we were trained by a guy who is a man who does missions, let's just put it that way, and who really knows jungle warfare and that sort of thing. So he took us out for a week and tried to kill us, and damn near did. And probably, if it weren't for all of us having more or less been in the gym a lot, and some of us, it seems, for all our lives, then we probably would not have survived 2.5 months of doing this film.
Somebody said to you, "I do missions."
Well,
what do you do? I do missions.
Well, I give great missions. In his own way, yes. He runs these missions into places like Beverly Hills, and Hyannisport, real rough missions, you know what I mean?
Carl, are you anxious to get into some unmanly roles?
In fact, I'm right in the middle of a picture now. Joe gave me the day off yesterday so I could come to New York, not only to have me here all day, tomorrow as well, and then to fly back tomorrow and have to go to work Monday. That's the kind of producer I'm working for. We're in the middle of a film called Action Jackson, which will be out next year, which we're really excited about. And I don't play a manly guy, man. I play a wimp. I play a wuss in that. And if you believe that, I like that. That's the bumper sticker. Action Jackson is a wuss. I like that. I'm going to steal that. But he's ready for anything. I'm going to steal that. Action Jackson is a wuss. I like that. See, that's what we have. In fact, this film, though, we hopefully will have a film that has a tremendous sense of humor about it. It's not it's not in the mold of Dirty Harry or those kind of films. It is a film where this character, the name sort of says it all. Action Jackson is not to be taken seriously, but don't muck with this guy, I mean, you could be in a little trouble. But I like Action Jackson as a wuss. We should have somebody paint on a wall somewhere, in one of our scenes. I love that, because I can see with a spray can, Action Jackson is a wuss. Yes.
But you get to use your own sense of humor. I mean, you get to show some humorous side.
My sense of humor is borrowed. I borrowed it from Arnold and from Jesse Ventura. I mean, those guys, they had me laughing most of the time. And guys like Bill Duke and Sonny Landham, and needless to say, Shane Black in the film, who Shane tells the more off-color jokes in the film.
Yeah.
They were created by Shane, I want you to know. I know. And if you've ever met Shane, he's like every man's younger brother or every woman's son. And in actuality, this guy's got the dirtiest mind in the world. The youngest guy in the movie has the filthiest mind in the world. It's a terrible group of guys. And I was affected terribly by them all. I used to be a nice guy until I did this film.
Are you glad to have the parrot there as sort of relief from all this money?
I gotta tell you something. It was for me. It was like a connection to something other than this squad of imbeciles. You know, I mean, it was like a respite to go back, shut my door, take a deep breath, take a bath, get all the dust off me, and play with my parrot. You know, let my parrot crawl on my shoulder and dump on me. You know, things like that. I mean, baby parrots go constantly, so I was constantly cleaning out the cage. I mean, here's this guy. You know, I love it, supposed star, and what does he do in his off days? He's cleaning out the parrot cage.
Does that keep you humble? I mean, it keeps you...
Well, it certainly kept me humble. I don't know what it'd do for most people, but I mean, you know, how can you go through life taking yourself seriously when you clean up bird doo? I mean, that's not... there's something about that that's not very romantic or artistic, but maybe there is artistry to clean bird doo. I don't know. Some people could probably.
Pets at home, or is this your first experience?
Yes, I do now. Or the pets have me at home is a better way of putting it. You know, what you learn, if anybody, some of you all probably have pets or have had pets.
Yeah, dog, not a parrot.
Yeah. Well, what you learn about animals is you don't have them; they have you.
Aside from his acting career, Carl has also been a member of the Big Brothers Association and also the US Olympic Committee, assisting the careers of athletes in various sports including gymnastics, wrestling, swimming and judo.